Okay, now this bird is facing up, the face is face up. We're working on the both wing right now. So the texture is like a V. You make the beginning, make it really thin and push a bit. Make a V shape. One more time. Softly touch the paper and push a bit. Form a V shape. This is the shape of the feather on the wing. So this one doesn't look good. Why? At the beginning, we make it slender, smaller. At the end, we have to make it get wider, so we can feel that the texture, that the specialty. This object, we have to use that kind of mark to represent. We not just outline the shape. A mark, what kind of mark? Get thinner or get fatter, or start with thin and get fat and get thinner, or what? That really matters. It's kind of the language. It represents the different feeling. So in this case, the suggestion is get fat at the end, get fat a bit at the end, like that. This kind of mark is more close to the texture of the feather. Right after that, I switch to different brush. I split the hair of the brush, and then working on this mark. Those marks we learned it before, right? And then bring the dots. Pay attention to how do we do the dots. We can start from the center, make it a bit fat, and then let it get thinner. Let it fat at the center, then get thin. Size gets smaller and thinner on the side. I rinse the brush. I try to bring this color to make the connection more nature in between the body and the tail. Yeah, pretty much like that. And at the very end, I pick the black. I working on the special mark on the under the chin. We mentioned that the birds has, just like this part, the birds have really dark, small, very fine feather right under the beak. So this is important. I'm going to go ahead to demo the third bird. The third bird, the face a bit upper than the second one. So this is a good position. Use small brush can avoid the smear problem, because the small brush can carry teeny tiny amount of the water. And do the same thing, right? We invite the burnt sienna. We use the combination brush. The same thing. We use burnt sienna. We touch a little bit ink mark, and then working on the head. So it's able to show the gradation. If unfortunately we have a gap here, just fill in, carefully have that be filled in. And you can have second stroke if the size of the do not satisfy you. You can bring 2 mark. Remember, we mentioned that it's okay to have a 2 mark to form a head. 1, 3 stroke. Due to the triple loading, this is darker. Second, third get much pale. It's perfect. That helps show the second bird pop up. The third one recede. So this getting pale is because we triple loading and bring the gradation of the mark, and that's perfect. We have to make body a little bit longer in this case. My mark is too short, so just add 2 or 3 mark to extend the size of the back of the birds. I invite more ink to my dish. And earlier we're talking about making the V shape. You can do this way, right? You can do this way. Make it soft, touch the paper, let it get thicker. So the end look like that, right? This one more suggests, this kind of appearance of the mark more suggests the feather, right? Thin, get thicker. These 2 fat, right? If we can make it thinner, it suggests better. So the feeling is better. It's more right. Thinner and get wider. Thinner, get wider at the end. Then switch to this brush. Carry the Benzena first, blending with teeny tiny ink. And the mark, I'm going to do this way, this way. And once again, there's a big gap. We have to kind of fill it in so it looks more natural. Right after that, working on the cross. How? Got it? Okay, so now take an entire look, see which part we have to enhance. See, I changed my mind. I want to outline a bit more around the eye. Enhance, just check which part need to enhance at the very last. Maybe the mark fell out too much. Enhance a bit. Not everyone, just the pop-up one. The one need to have most contrast. Yeah, like that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we can stop recording now.